Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name is Baron Collins Hill. I've been teaching a lot of private lessons recently. There's a link in the description if you want to grab a slot. I'm not doing that many and only through the end of March 2022, so sign up now if you want one. And I've been noticing a lot of different things pop up again and again, and I wanted to take some time in these lessons over the next couple weeks to explain what I'm seeing. In this week's lesson, we're going to talk about getting volume out of the instrument, getting good tone out of the instrument. How hard can you actually play this thing? Do you need to be gentle? Do you need to be rough? Let's get into it. So far and away, what I often tell students is that they don't need to be as gentle with the instrument as possible. Obviously, you don't want to be playing so hard that you're either going to cause the instrument or yourself damage. Definitely be mindful of that, but also, mostly, don't be afraid to make some sound out of this thing. I'd say most people I come across and teach are usually playing at maybe this volume. And I would say, see if you can double that. See if you can triple it. See if you can quadruple it. Obviously, you probably are not going to want to play that hard. I'm probably going to have to adjust the volume in editing this video so I don't blow your eardrums out. But the idea here is you need your right hand to know what happens when you play harder and softer. There's a certain level where the harder you push, you're not going to get more volume out of the instrument. Once I got to probably, what I was calling double the normal picking volume that I see, that's probably about where I play 90% of the time, is that, a nice, strong, confident right hand going through the strings, getting a decent amount of volume out of it. But as I push past that, the amount of volume and the quality of tone doesn't really continue to improve in the same way. You might get a little more volume, you might start to get a little more string buzz as well. And, going from playing twice as hard isn't necessarily going to give you twice as much volume. But the only way to figure that out for yourself is to really use that right hand. How quiet can you play? A little louder? A little louder. A little louder. A little louder. Really soft. The more you play around with your right hand, does it sound better or worse, louder or softer when you get closer to the bridge, or get up over the fingerboard, or just do tiny little adjustments in the sweet spot? The only way to figure this out and to find out what works best for you and your particular instrument is you gotta experiment. So spend some time, maybe when everybody else is out of the house and you're not gonna, overwhelm your housemates and or neighbors. See how loud you can play. How loud can this thing get? Obviously, be careful. Don't, do anything that would damage the instrument. But these things are built strong. You're not going to hurt it if you use a little bit of common sense. Just, really dig in, see what it can do, see what feels comfortable to you, see what, see what happens when you get to the point where like, wow, I'm playing so hard that, I'm kind of tiring myself out. Probably shouldn't be playing that hard all the time, but it's good to kind of dig in and find out. So that's your task for the week. Really play around with those dynamics, find that sweet spot, adjust the sweet spot, see if it gets a little bit louder as you play harder. Sometimes I'll move my right hand back towards the bridge where there's a little bit more resistance in the strings, and that preserves the tone a little bit. All of these little nuances you're going to find as you play harder. That's all for now. You know what you have to do next. You got to go experiment. See how hard you can play, see how soft you can play, what sounds best on your instrument, what is too much, what's too little. Go find out. Subscribe if you haven't already. new lessons every single week. All my lessons are free, but there's a couple ways to donate down in the description, which really helps out the channel. Also, you can grab a private lesson slot if you're interested. I'm teaching now through the end of March. All the links are in the description. Until next time, bye-bye.